All right. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a while. Let's see. Let's see if we could get some people on here. Let's see some of you get on. Okay. It's been a while. Bear with me. I'm holding the phone in my hand. I don't even have my gimbal. I don't even know if you can hear me. Does anybody hear me? Anybody? All right. Let me check if this is even live. Oh, hello, Kathy. All right. So it looks like we're on. How are you? Yeah, I've been busy. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Been busy working hard, just doing our thing. Everybody's out here trying to survive, you know that. Things, I don't even have to mention, things have gone, hi, Patty. It's been a while. Yeah, things have gone hectic, Biden inflation. It's hard, so we're out here working our asses off to make ends meet. But anyway, so glad to have you folks on again. So I guess this can be played back or whatnot, but let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the reason why I'm going live, it's because I believe it's utmost importance that this kid I mentioned, Samuel Doolin, I say a kid, but he's a grown man. He's 28 years old. Right now he's in custody and he's being charged. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, I know that there was hope with TPC and all that stuff, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, at least it showed us that we can unite and we can get together in moments of need. So it was all positive. It was all a good thing. We met, quite a few people. We've become good friends, which we wouldn't have met otherwise had it not been for TPC. But anyways, one of the individuals is Samuel Doolin. I actually met him in the convoy last year. Honestly, and not to try and campaign for him or anything like that, but I have not met such a young man with the integrity, the valor, the vocabulary, the well-spokenness, clean. I never seen the kid say one curse word. Haven't met a young man like that in a long time, or possibly even ever. Again, well-spoken. As you all know, he was in, as you all may know or may not know, he was in the military. He was, I think, in the army. And because he refused the what, and since it's been a while I haven't been live, I don't want to say any words that might strike my channel. But he refused the what, and he was discharged because of it. And that's one reason why he was at the convoy. So talk about a young kid that knows the Constitution back and forth. Most of you know I'm not. Hi, Linda. How are you? Most of you, I've mentioned before, I'm not a believer per se, but this kid knows the Bible a lot more than the average person, not just the average young man, but the average person. and he goes by a lot of the morals, if you will. Hola, hola. He goes a lot with the morals, the good morals that the Bible mentions, etc. He would walk around the convoy over there in Hagerstown with a Bible in his hands. Again, that does not mean just because you walk with a Bible in your hand does not mean that you're a saint. But let me tell you, this kid, second to none. Second to none. That's all I can say. But unfortunately, he was. By the way, the link. If you all have, for those of you on Facebook, if you have Facebook, and even if you don't have Facebook, it might be public, but all right. Again, just because you walk around with a Bible in your hand does not make you a saint. But this kid, let me tell you, second to none. And anyway, okay, I know where I was at. So unfortunately, last year, the end of last year, I believe it was. Again, the link to the explanation of how everything happened is, if you're on YouTube, it's in the description below. I hope, if I remember correctly, it should be the way I set this up. Again, it's been a while, so it's in the description. And if you're on Facebook, it's in my page. But he explains what happened in his version. But the Polk County sheriff, he held a press conference about the whole ordeal as well, and all the lies that they spewed and all that stuff. But he was in his truck. It didn't have a plate because it was a farm. It was farm equipment. He claimed it's farm equipment. So since he knows the Constitution, he knows his rights. So only because he was standing up for his rights, he was, long story short, let him explain it. But he was stripped out of the vehicle. They broke his window, whole 9 yards. He was with his fiance. And then they found a rifle. They found a modified rifle in his truck. So because of these red flag laws in Florida, blah blah blah, they're trying to prosecute him for that. And long story short, he was out, but then he tried to just file some paperwork for his girlfriend or whatever. So now they're trying to get him for trying to practice law without a license. So because of that, he was taken into custody. He was trying to represent himself since he knows of the Constitution, but he's in his cell for 21 hours out of the day. Supposedly 3 hours to work on his case, but in those 3 hours, there's other things you want to do. You want to eat, you want to do other things, and he hasn't had the time to actually try and represent himself. So he's retaining representation. Okay, I think someone called Tim Doolin, but not sure. Sam Doolin. It says Samuel Doolin. Okay, and it seems like they want to double down on him because he is a cousin of one of the individuals that was in January 6th. So, and he was, I don't want to say hiding from the authority, but he was. They were trying to find him or whatnot. His cousin. And I think because of that, they're doubling down on him because they know that he's related to a J6er. Okay, So I'm putting out this video because of the importance, because of this, because according to the Second Amendment and the purpose of why our founding fathers wrote or came up with the Second Amendment, is that it's basically to not only protect yourselves, not only protect our nation, but for us all law-abiding citizens, okay, to protect ourselves from getting invaded, from an invasion, etc. Protect ourselves from other people that do nefarious things, and in case a government gets out of hand. Let's talk clear. In case a government gets out of hand. So there's no reason why we shouldn't have the same weapons that the military has and the law enforcement or peace officers have. In fact, we should work together. At the end of the day, military personnel and law enforcement, okay, are our servants. At the end of the day, they are our servants. They are we the people's servants. Okay, so that's what they get paid for, to serve us, to protect us, and etc. But on top of that, law-abiding citizens and good Samaritans, if you will, and good people should be armed as well to help protect ourselves and our nation. So there's no reason why we shouldn't have the same thing that the government has, per se. Sam Doolin, correct, yes. Sam Doolin, and he's Samuel Doolin on Facebook. His full name, Samuel Doolin. But anyway, so I'm calling on all of you to please help. In the description, I have the Give Send Go that his brother opened up, I believe it was yesterday, to help with the legal costs, because they're giving him a hard time. I mean, how the heck can he pay for legal representation if he's in jail? You know, and so I'm asking all of you to please help him. Again, you know, a great guy. He's the best person you would want to actually have weapons out here. He knows how to use it, and he'll use it for good cause. So one of the things that resonates me, that resounds in my head of what the sheriff was saying, that oh, we have Samuel Doolin in custody, so now our streets are safer. No, they're not. If there's somebody you want with weapons, is him, to protect us and etc. Because again, he knows how to use it, and he'll use it for good cause. He will never use it for bad cause. Once you folks see his video, his explanation, you can tell how he speaks, etc. Very well spoken. You can feel, I'm pretty sure you can feel what kind of a person he is. Again, I met him in person. We had talked on the phone so many times. He will get on our calls in Jitsi, and again, very, very knowledgeable, very well spoken person. So I need you all's help. We need your help, because if he loses this case, again, like I mentioned in the description, and how it's mentioned in the Give Send Go description, it'll set precedence against 2A rights, against our rights. So they'll use that case to prosecute other good Samaritans other toy box, other good Samaritans from having protection, from having firearms, etc. And yes, his detention is super bogus. It's it's super bogus. They knew by him trying to represent himself and detaining him that it would be nearly impossible for him to represent himself. They're making it really, really hard on him. They're treating him like a freaking murderer, and he's nowhere near that. They're treating him like a murderer. It's not fair. Again, if you would want somebody out on the streets with a weapon, it would be him. A person like that. So again, I'm asking you guys to please chip in whatever you can, $5, $10, whatever you can. That the strength is in the numbers, you know, and it's not. This is a case where the quantity counts more than the quality. In other words, it's better for 1,000 people to give $5 than for 10 people to give $100. You know, these are the cases where the strength is in the numbers. So again, if their goal is to reach to 20,000 to cover for the legal costs. So if we do the math, let's see if I think it's if 4,000 people give $5, that would reach the goal of 20,000. And folks, you know that legal costs are expensive, etc. It might not even cover everything, honestly. In a case like that, it might not cover anything. According to his brother, which I'm in contact with, it seems like the lawyer they hired is a good guy, and it seems like not his words, but the way he made it seem was that he would really want to win this case to prevent for the prosecutors to set a precedence over our 2A rights. So it's very important to help Sam and help him win. We definitely, and for everyone's sake, he needs to win that case. I believe his trial is in December 7th, if I'm not mistaken. I will do everything in my power to be there to support Sam. More than likely, I will be there. So I hope to see some of you there. If you're all from Florida, it'll be in Polk County. I'll find out the details exactly, but anyway. Other than that, anybody have any comments, any questions on this whole ordeal with Sam? Again, you'll get the details with his explanation. He's got 2 videos, a part 1 and a part 2, explaining the whole ordeal. And Toy Box, if you can attest, I mean, you met Sam as well. If you can attest to how he is, if you can write a very short, brief description on the chat, that would be great. To solidify what I'm saying. And anybody else who knows him, please vouch for him. Great guy, great guy. So let's see. I can't even tell how many of you folks are on here. So it would be okay to share your stream. Yes, of course. Please share far and wide. Share it far and wide. As soon as I end it, It'll probably take a couple of hours for it to like upload or whatever, but if you can't find it on the video section, look for the live, click on the live tab. It'll probably fall under the live section. I believe those are new things that YouTube has done, is divided the live streams from the uploaded videos. So yes, please do so. Please share it far and wide. You know, it's very important that that we support Sam. Not just because of the case itself, but because he does not deserve to be in there. He does not deserve it at all. At all. He does not deserve it. You know, even if you watch the video, I'm pretty sure you'll find the body cam footages. I think he posted it on Facebook. But you could tell that he meant no threat to the authorities. He put his hands out. He put his hands, where they can see it, everything. But it's just what you want to call it. It's just an overstepping the boundaries of their authority. These troopers, etc. And we're seeing it all the time. We're seeing it. We're seeing the encounters that we're having with these troopers. And I highly recommend a channel called Audit the Audit on YouTube. I've learned a lot from there on what our rights are, etc. And there's probably a couple of things Sam could have done better. I mean, at the end of the day, in hindsight, maybe he should have stepped out of the vehicle when he was asked to. Just because you step out of the vehicle when they ask you, it does not. You don't give up your rights. It does not mean that you're giving up your rights. Because there's a lot of things you can do. I mean, once you step out of the vehicle, if they ask you to search your vehicle, for example, you can refuse unless they have an articulable, reasonable suspicion that you have committed a crime, are committing a crime, or about to commit a crime. Where at that point they can search your vehicle, or if they have a warrant signed by an wet signature, signed by a judge. Thank you, Toy Box. Yeah, it's I believe I mentioned it's a 2-part video. And I think I put both parts in the description. Once, I don't know if you can see it now, if you're on YouTube, but I put both part 1 and part 2 in the description once the video is uploaded, so you'll be able to see it in the description. So please, folks, please, he does not deserve it. I tell you, he's a great guy. I mean, family guy. He contributes to the community, to church, etc. He does not deserve that. He does not deserve it. And you'll see why if you haven't met him or whatever, you'll see why once you watch his explanation and his videos. So with that said, I don't have much more to say. I mean, all I can say is like I believe Kathy mentioned earlier, that the world is a mess. My heart goes out to everything that's going on in the Middle East. Again, everything is so out of control. I'm not the biggest Trump fan or anything like that, but I believe that all of this wouldn't have been happening had Trump been in office. And if he runs again, unless there's a better candidate, I'll probably vote for him. I was looking into that Ramazani guy, and it's almost like deja vu, super well spoken, etc. But I actually saw I actually saw a TikTok on him or whatever on how they were comparing. Hey D, good to see you too. Good to see you too. On how they were comparing what Obama was saying back then, and almost word for word, it's almost like it's a script. Like he's you know, it's almost like it's a script. Yeah. No, I hear you. Like I was saying, like I would vote for him again. He's not the most perfect guy. You know, he might, you know, have a little corruption, but then again, who is perfect? I'm not perfect. I'll say publicly here, I am not perfect. So who am I to judge? Okay. Again, I told you all I'm not a believer, but one of the wise things that the Bible says is if you're free from sin, whoever's free from sin, throw the first stone. So who are we to judge? Okay, we just gotta see. I mean, going to the Bible stories. Look at David. David turned out to be one of the, according to the Bible stories, right? He turned out to be one of the biggest kings or whatnot from back in the day. But look at all the things he did. Look at all the corrupt things he did. Okay, so, but I guess he was a good ruler. Okay, if he was an actual person. So that's the way I see Trump. He may not be perfect, okay, but he's a hell of a what's the other word for manager? He's a hell of a leader. He's a hell of a leader. He's a hell of a business person. He's a hell of a negotiator, and that's what we need up in office. So my point is that had he been in office, I don't think that there would have been a lot of blood going on, you know, a lot of blood in the streets going on right now. So if I would have to vote for him again for a third time, I would, unless there's some kind of better candidate. But you never know until they take office, you know. But again, my heart goes out to everything that's going on out in the Middle East. You know, it's horrible what's going on. At the end of the day, the ones that are suffering the most are the children, and it's sad. You know, it's sad, and we take for granted our protections here, and people take for granted what our military and our border patrols do to help us protect our freedoms that we enjoy, and we're free to work and roam the streets without the risk of, not that there's no risk, but with very little risk of going through what those people are going through over there in the Middle East. I'm sure that people are confined to their homes, etc., because they can't go out because of the risk of getting shot or getting captured. Who knows? They're living in fear. So I just want to show my gratitude to all our military people, how they risk their lives to protect us. And sometimes we just take it for granted, you know. But anyway, so please, going back to Sam, please support him amidst everything that's going on. Please support him. Again, every little bit counts. You know, $5, $10, whatever you can. $20, I mean, $5 this month, $5 next month, whatever you can. Every little bit counts. So please support Sam. Other than that, I'll wait, you know, a minute or two, see if you guys have any more comments or whatnot, and with that we'll conclude. But anyways, on Friday I'm gonna live stream like a skateboard ramp or whatnot. But anyways, what do you guys think about flat Earth? I know it's totally unrelated to the video, but while I wait a couple of a minute or two for any more of your comments, just wanted to see what you guys think about. if the Earth is flat or is it a globe. And I've been looking into it for like 5 or 6 years that my ex-brother-in-law or whatnot. But I think with that said, we're gonna conclude this video. Again, please help Sam. Let me just check real quick on my tablet to see if I'm still live. I'm still live. Oh, yes I am. Thank you for your comment, D. Me personally, I know for a fact, the Earth is spherical. It's just like the face of the moon. You know, like the further north it goes, the more it twists. So the only way that can happen is if you're moving along a curvature and it really doesn't set on the horizon. There's plenty of things we can observe. If you take binoculars or a telescope in the beach, you can see how the boats dip under the horizon bottom first. They start disappearing bottom first. There's a lot of things you could observe, but on Friday you'll see. I'm gonna do an experiment using the water, using the quote-unquote levelness of the water, that will prove or at least provide strong evidence that the Earth is spherical, or a globe, if you will. Anyway, good to see you too, D. Ross. Good to see everyone here. With that said, I'll go ahead and conclude the video. Time permitted for me, because we're out here running. I mean, right now I'm supposed to be sleeping, and I'm here, you know, doing this video for Sam and for our future presidents, because I believe it's that important. But I'll try to get on. I'll try to get on more often. Again, on Friday, possibly on Thursday, I'll probably go on live and make a quick explanation of what the experiment is going to be, and how I'm going to conduct it, and what the hypothesis is, etc. But Friday is going to be done live. It's going to be raw footage, uncut, and I don't know what's going to make out of the experiment, but you know, I'm going to try it for the first time. It was inspired by somebody else who put a YouTube video explaining how to do it, but they never did it, and I have not seen anybody else do it. But on Thursday, I'll probably go live and explain it. So I'll let you guys know if I open up another YouTube video, another YouTube channel, sorry, that specifically will be to target that, but I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. So stay tuned. And anyway, with that said, please help Sam, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully it won't be so far out like this one. So lots of love to you all. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care now, and good night. Good to see you all who joined me. Bye now.